So we've just pulled up at the shop on our way to the park, and we're going to go and get some bird seed for the birds when we go to the park. I just love doing that. It's one of my favourite things ever. Did have some bread in the house, but it's just not the best to give them, so I like to just pop in, get the bird seed and then go to the park. So just popped into the shop to get the bird seed. Now we're back in my car. I've nicknamed him Little Beastie, and we're going to head to the park. So just in the park, the main mission for today is to go and feed the birds, which I've said one of my favourite things ever. But I also want to see what's growing. It's spring now, spring equinox next week, or on the I believe it's the 21st of March. So spring's upon us. We're going to see what's growing and what we can forage. Free food, the best. So it's wild garlic season now, one of the early wild foods to come out in spring. So you'll see it covering forest floors near a water source. So hoping we'll be able to see some today. Hopefully find some wild garlic and maybe some mushrooms that are growing. There's a lot of silver birches in this park, so you can get birch polypores, which are amazing for teeth, your digestive system. So maybe we'll spot a few of those as well. But we'll just see what's about. There's always an abundance in this park. So we've already found some forageable food. The trusty nettle. Not going to pick any today, just because of it's on the roadside where dogs can wee, humans can wee, and there's going to be more traces of pollution, so it's better to go further afield past the hedgerows to get nettle. But I love it, putting it in soups, in teas is my favourite, and it's really good in like cosmetics as well. So something forageable but isn't edible are some really lovely pine cones. These perhaps would be a bit too small for what I'd intend to use them for, but you can use them as amazing fire starters to put in like the log burner, and they just catch like kindling to help create the fire and the flame to build upon. So yeah, a nature gift. They're amazing. This tree's fallen down just here. I don't know if I should climb over or climb under. Or go round. So, notice something really disappointing. On this ancient fallen tree, some dog shit in a bag. And the only reason someone's picked it up is because someone has watched their dog poop, and they've, good citizen, picked up the poo in the bag when no one's looking, just dumped it here for someone else to deal with. So shit in a bag that's going to last for 200 to 300 years in plastic, when it could just biodegrade under some leaves. Kills me. I was looking at this fallen tree in hopes of finding something edible, but instead I found something disgusting that I won't be eating, even though it's in a doggy bag. Ooh. Oh, so on this very heavily pollarded tree, just spotted this mushroom here. Not 100% sure what it is. Nice type of bracket mushroom perhaps. And we've got a little one here as well. It's slightly different, another bracket mushroom. That's amazing. One thing to remember though with foraging, if you are absolutely not 100% sure, don't take it. There's no point taking the unknown. Mushrooms particularly. You know, you can eat any mushroom once, but it might be the last meal you ever have. Just in a bird of prey hovering in the distance. Not sure what it is, definitely not a kite because of the tail feather structure, and the zoom on the camera is not the best to be able to capture it. But it's just, there's two in the distance, so it's really cool to be able to spot them. It's it's just slightly out of reach. We've spotted some gorse flowers on this spiky gorse bush, and these are really lovely edible yellow flowers, really vibrant. They're meant to have like an essence of coconut, and every time I've had it hoping to taste the coconut, I can't. It just tastes like grass, but I like it. It's a nice little nature snack, so every time I see it I do like to have a nibble, and I get other people to try it as well, seeing if they can taste the coconut. Grass, yummy grass, free grass, edible grass. Unlikely with where we are that we're going to find any wild garlic, was what we were coming out to in hopes to see. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Kat. I'm currently stuck in the rat race a little bit. I'm renting. It's expensive here in the UK, and eventually I'd like to be more self-sufficient, so I guess this is my journey, trying out YouTube to be off-grid and live a little bit differently. I'm currently a holistic massage therapist, and I also garden, so it's nice to do something different to those things as well. My plan to get out of the rat race really is, it's unattainable to get a mortgage for a house, and it's not something I'd ever really wanted to do or want to do. So I am hoping I'm on the market for a small narrow boat. It's always been a dream of mine, just to go off and float and just live a bit more simplistic, a bit more in touch with nature. It'd be super lovely if you're able to like and subscribe to follow me on this journey to self-sufficiency and my way towards tiny living off-grid. So, unable to find any wild garlic or edible forageable food, but we're going to go with the original plan to feed the birds. So it's always good to come and do a few things at once. Oh look, there's watercress growing, I think. The reason why I prefer to give them bird seed is because it's closer to their natural food source. Giving them bread is great because they've evolved to rely on us to be fed. But it is better. Oh, hello. It is better to give them seed, but feeding them bread's just fine. So it's the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. If you aren't already, please subscribe and like the video, and I hope that you carry on watching my journey unfold on my path towards sustainability and off-grid living in a tiny home. Thanks so much. So we'll stick to the other one that we had.